Hello everyone, and welcome to Ephrata High School's virtual graduation for the class of 2020. We are all very lucky to be here today and to have an amazing staff at the high school that made today possible. Many of us seniors were unsure if we would even get a graduation, so we would like to give a huge thanks to everyone who worked so hard to put this together. I would also like to thank our teachers, counselors, and administrators for making sure that us seniors made it to this point. I would also like to thank my mom and my dad, because without them, I wouldn't be as good looking as I am today. As you all know, our senior year has been a very unusual one. Our story will be unlike any other. One day, we will be telling our children and grandchildren about how a disease that started with bats in China led to schools being closed, the economy shutting down, and a toilet paper shortage. And they will probably think we are crazy, but that's because our story is so unbelievable. If we were told even 4 months ago that our senior year would end like this, no one would believe it. We will probably be the only class for years and years to come to have a virtual graduation. Due to COVID-19, we seniors have missed out on almost half of our senior year. We have missed out on playing sports, being in clubs and activities, senior prom, seeing each other at school every day, a normal graduation, and many other events. Just because this graduation is not a normal one shouldn't make it any less special. Every senior has worked extremely hard over the last 4 years to get to this point, and you should be very proud of that. Graduating high school is no easy task. In fact, celebrities like Jim Carrey and Keanu Reeves never graduated high school, so congratulations, you're now one step ahead of them. I know that this may not have been the payoff you were expecting for all of your hard work, but don't let that take away from the accomplishments you've had or the memories you've made during high school. You should all be excited about today. Today is a celebration. We're all done with high school. We made it through all the stress, drama, testing, and homework of high school. Along the way, we've also made many strong relationships and friends, some of which we will remember for the rest of our lives. We also have learned so many great lessons during our time at the high school. We learned that Mr. Mills really loves Mondays. We learned that the class of 2020 has the most school spirit when it comes to homecoming week. And we learned that you probably shouldn't procrastinate assignments until the last minute. But this speech wasn't even started 2 days ago, so maybe that last one didn't really stick. As we graduate from high school, we will all be entering a new stage of life. We're all going into something that we have never done before. Whether we choose to continue our education, enlist in the military, find a job, or do anything else, the future is now in our hands. Only we can decide what we want to do and where we want to go from this point. We will have new responsibilities, freedoms, and decisions to make. It won't always be easy, but if we made it through high school and a global pandemic at the same time, I think we will be alright. So here is my advice to you seniors. Whatever you decide to do it to the best of your abilities. You will never regret trying too hard for something. Set your goals high and do whatever it takes to achieve them. Even if it may seem crazy to others, don't give up on it. Remember, even the Bill Gateses and Steve Jobs of the world once started out as normal people with a crazy dream, just like you and me. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and try new things, because once you turn down an opportunity, you might never see it again. And if you ever forget any of that, don't worry, because this is a video and it will be around forever, so lucky me. This next stage of life is a chance to find out who you really are and what you want to do. We will all have a fresh start where our mistakes, grades, or popularity in high school won't matter or be remembered. What will be remembered is the relationships we made, how we treated others, and what we are like as people. So as you leave today, ask yourself what you want your legacy on this world to look like. How will you be remembered? Like I said earlier, that decision is in your hands. During this year, there have been a lot of changes that seem out of control. Even though it might seem like there is chaos all around you due to the coronavirus, there is one thing that you can control, and that is how you will react to the challenges placed in front of you. That not only applies now, but will extend to other aspects of your life even after this pandemic is all over. You can't always control what life will throw your way, but how you handle those problems is up to you. Will you shy away from them, or rise up to the occasion and come out of it as a stronger person? That choice is always up to you, and nobody can take that away from you. I know that this is a tough thing to go through, and things may look very bad now, but soon this will all be over, and we will look back on it as a small setback in the much bigger picture of our lives. The last 4 years of high school have really been amazing. I want to thank all of you seniors for being such great classmates and friends, and I wish every single one of you the very best. Thank you.
Well, this isn't how anyone saw our senior year going. And in all the years I pictured myself giving this speech, I never thought it would be on a screen. As unconventional as our end to high school has been, I wouldn't have wanted to do it with any other people. These last 3.5 years have been the best and worst of my life, and the 12 years we've been together have been a roller coaster. From running junior joggers, playing kickball at recess, and suffering through the Tiger Mile, to cheering in the student section, winning homecoming week, and falling in assemblies, we have grown together. If you had asked me at the beginning of the year what our class would be known for, I would have said a little bit of everything. A little bit of sports, a little bit of school, and a lot of personality. Ask me now, and I think it's obvious. We're the class of Corona, and we'll always be known for losing our senior year. But we'll also be known for our perseverance, our heart, and how we came together even when we were supposed to be apart. It might not have been what we expected, but I guess we really didn't have 2020 vision. I remember hearing a graduation speech when I was in Parkway, and thinking that it was forever away. Sitting by the scrawny boys in my class, and then looking at the seniors, and thinking no way they'll ever look like that. Some things never change. We have spent 2,135 hours together in this school, and while we didn't know March 16th would be our last day, we've spent enough time here to be ready for our futures. There's something truly special about growing up in Ephrata, and while we've always known that, it's never been quite as obvious as this year. With all that we've lost, we've also seen just how far our community will go for us. Our faces line Basin Street, our names are posted at the fields we should have been playing on, and Ephrata has come together for us. Our teachers have cried with us, our coaches have fought for us, and I've never been more grateful for the support we've been shown. This class is my family, and I would give anything to have just one more first day and one more prom. One more pep assembly, football game, and dress-up day. One more skipped class, and one more final test. Just one graduation practice, and one more goodbye. One more chance to make memories with the friends I've had since grade school. All of a sudden, there are no more wars. All things must come to an end, and while it's the beginning of a new chapter, I'm still not ready to turn the page. Just give me one more day with you guys, one more chance to say thank you. Thank you to Ephrata for all the love you have shown us. I don't know how much of an impact we've made, but I know how much of an impact you've made on us. When we leave here, we won't forget what made us who we are. There's no limiting what we will do, where we will go, and who we will be. In the wise words of Mr. Kent Devine, if there ever was a time to live intentionally, this is it. So thank you, Ephrata, and thank you, class of 2020. I know this isn't goodbye, because we'll always find our way back home.
We'd like to extend a warm welcome to everyone who's watching the Ephrata High School Class of 2020 Commencement. My name is Jeff Allsopp, and this is my wife, Marla. We're both teachers here at EHS. Normally at this part in the proceedings, we thank all the parents, friends, staff members, and administration for being here this evening to celebrate this momentous occasion, and then we politely inform the audience of 2,000 people that we were going to turn our backs to the crowd and face the most important people of the evening, our graduates. Tonight, we can't. Tonight we're alone as we record this message for your virtual graduation. However, even though we aren't standing in front of you in person, please know that you're still the most important people to us tonight.
We know firsthand what you have missed during the past 3 months. We know exactly how difficult it's been to finish your senior year at home alone. And because we know that, we're not going to talk about it tonight. If you've had me as a teacher, you know that I don't really believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe that sometimes bad stuff just happens. There is no reason to it. However, I also believe that you can find a purpose in and learn from the bad stuff that happens. You are a class born out of 9/11, one of the most difficult periods in our nation's history, and now you are graduating in the middle of a pandemic. What purpose and good could we possibly find in this? Grit is that thing that people with success who succeed have. It's often described as character or courage or resolve. I think it's all of those things. People think that oysters make pearls out of sand, grit, but that's not exactly true. Usually, it's a parasite that has worked its way into the oyster, and the oyster defends itself by coating it with layer after layer of this protective liquid that eventually forms a pearl. See, parasites are bad, but oysters manage to turn them into something good and beautiful. 9/11 was awful, but us parents made from it something good and beautiful when we had you. This pandemic is horrible, but you are stepping forward into your lives full speed ahead, and that is good and beautiful. That is grit.
One of the foundational building blocks of a person with grit is resilience, that ability to bounce back quickly from difficulty. I know as well as anyone the importance of resilience. 20 years ago, I was a pilot in the Air Force serving the most amazing location with the best squadron mates doing the job I'd always dreamed of. In a moment, it all changed. My heart stopped beating, I lost consciousness, and my aviation career was done. I lost my wings and my job in the space of 30 seconds. I was discharged from service after a year of appeals. I thought the loss of my Air Force career changed who I was, but I eventually discovered that it was just a job, not my life. Over the course of the next 15 years, I worked as a simulator flight instructor in Dallas, Texas, where I was laid off, an aviation survival instructor, laid off after the contract ended, a bus driver in this district. You might not remember that, but oh, I do. I see you out there. I remember. I was a Gear Up tutor, a site director, a football coach. I did everything I could to make ends meet and also find a new career path that clicked for me. Honestly, I think that I was really trying to find was that dream that I had lost that November day all those years ago. There's a quote that says, "You can't control what happens, but you can control how you react to it." You get to choose how you react to challenges and disappointments in your life. I had to mourn the loss of what might have been. However, rather than stay in that sad place in my mind forever, I decided to focus on what was good and what I did have. Thanks to the advice from two wise people in my life, I realized one thing that all my jobs had in common was teaching. When I was working in the high school for Gear Up, Dan Martell, EHS's principal, called me into his office and asked me when I was going to get my teaching degree so I could be a teacher. He said I had what it takes, and most of all, I was good with kids. I said I'd have to go back to school. It would take a couple of years to get it done. And that's when he gave me some great advice that I hope I never forget. He said, "It will take you 2 years to get the degree. Those 2 years of time are going to go by whether you were working on the degree or not. So why not start now?" I realized he was right. I was preventing myself from starting a new path to be a teacher based on uncertainty and fear of the unknown. I had never imagined myself as a teacher before, but I decided I couldn't let fear stop me from innovating and growing. So rather than worry about things I couldn't control, I decided to start school and focus on what I could control. I earned my teaching certification and became a full-time teacher at EHS. As a teacher, I finally found something that clicked. Teaching and coaching has been so rewarding because of you. I get to teach you, watch you improve, grow into awesome adults, and most of all, be a part of your life for a short time. Flying was a job that was all about me, and teaching is a job that's all about you.
You have the potential to be amazing, every single one of you. You have in you a wealth of gifts and talents that you need to share with this world. But here's the thing, we're all flawed. We all make mistakes, not a one of us is perfect. Quite frankly, that little factoid should be a relief to us all. I like to tell my classes that the only mistakes you should regret are the ones that you don't learn from. So make mistakes and then know better so you can do better. But also know that you have something that is innately you that this world needs. Mr. Keating, Robin Williams' character in Dead Poet Society, says, to quote from Walt Whitman, "O me, O life, of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, what good amid these, O me, O life? Answer, that you are here, that life exists, an identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse." Every single one of you has a verse to contribute to this play we call life. It might take you a minute to figure it out, just like me and Mr. Allsopp, but that is precisely your job that you must do. Figure out what your verse is and write it.
As you go forth into your lives, think about grit and determination and overcome that fear of the unknown by trying new things. These traits take practice, will become part of you, who you are if you work at it. Never stop learning. Do whatever it takes to make your dreams a reality in your life, and remember that it's okay for dreams to change. Always offer help to others. Be willing to accept help as well. You will realize your biggest limitation is yourself. Your experiences, including the difficult end of your senior year here at EHS, will always be a part of you, but they do not define you. We feel so grateful to be able to speak to you today. It has been great having our Emily in your class so we could get to know you even longer and be a real part of your lives. We're so incredibly proud of all of you. We will miss you. Go out and do something awesome, and know we're always rooting for you.
Tonight, we send you off with one of my favorite blessings. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you all for choosing us to speak tonight. All of our love and hope and peace goes with you, class of 2020.
Christopher Kyle Amon, Red Activity Cord, Avid. Elijah William Arend, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Ryan Lee Albertson, Red Activity Cord. Emily Ann Allsopp, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Kayla Marie Anderson, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, Avid, National Honor Society. Sydney Fox Anderson, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Will Everett Anderson. Adrian Arcila. Austin Arizmendi. Humberto Bale, enlisted United States Air Force. Brennan Lee Beisner, Red Activity Cord. Lori Marie Bellows, Red Activity Cord. Stephen Alexander Bennett. Alexis Blancas, Red Activity Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College. Heather May Bowen, AA degree, Big Bend Community College. Charles M. Booth. Orlando Manuel Botello. Cameron Allen Bowers. Ian Maxwell Boyd, Red Activity Cord. Shannon Chris Boyd. Breezen Renee Bruce, Red Activity Cord, Avid. Nicola Alexis Bresny, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Cameron Oscar Bunny, Red Activity Cord. JC Noel Burpee. Jeremiah Lewis Campbell. McKenna Salil Campbell. Joseph Lawrence Carlson. Ivy Lynn Carvo, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, AA Big Bend Community College, National Honor Society. Sabrina Rachel Carvo, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Reina Gaspar. Carissa Georgina Castillo. Dominic Austin Castro. Isaac Hunter Chamberlain, Red Activity Cord. JC Lee Chapman Oswood, AA degree, Big Bend Community College. Johanna Yadira Chavez Mendoza, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Brett James Clark, Red Activity Cord. Carter Simon Cleveringa, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord. Gregory Paul Klein, Gold Honor Cord, National Honor Society. Diami Edward Cortez. Emily Margaret Couture. Carter Thomas Cox, Red Activity Cord. Warren Noah Davidson, Red Activity Cord. Chloe Mia Nete Davis, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord. Alana Delaney. Dane Thomas Durr, Red Activity Cord. Emmy Johanna Dilling, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Ty James Dills, Red Activity Cord. Joyce May Durcio Gutierrez, Red Activity Cord, Avid. Chantel Louise Durfee, Red Activity Cord. Chandler Scott Dutcher. Micah Paul Eberson. Madeline Paige Eidson, Gold Honor Cord. Alexis Nicole Escure, Gold Honor Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College, National Honor Society. Aaron Wynn Evans, Red Activity Cord. Israel Flores. Joaquim Demal Zatavian Friesen. Aaliyah Marie Gilly. Christian Omar Gonzalez. Sierra Lynn Graff, Red Activity Cord. Jasmine Leanne Graham, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, Avid, National Honor Society. Colton James Granger, Red Activity Cord, Avid. Rachel Granger, Gold Honor Cord. Haley Michelle Gray. Tristan Matthew Halverson. Andrea Haro Hernandez. Haley Leanne Hawkins. Alexis Eileen Hellman, Red Activity Cord. Benjamin Ali Hernandez. Ronaldo Hernandez Cruz. Bo Douglas Hesse, Red Activity Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College. JC Michaela Heston, Red Activity Cord, Avid. Emma Lynn Hewitt, Red Activity Cord. Antonio Alonso Isiordia, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, Avid, National Honor Society. Caden Marie Johnson, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Chloe Nicole Karen Jones, Red Activity Cord, Avid. Jessie Rose Keene. Michael Thomas Kent, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord. Enlisted United States Air Force. Jordan Allen Kaiser. Jason Joaquin Kibbe. Enlisted United States Air Force. Ryan Peter Klinger. Derek Andrew Knigge, Red Activity Cord. Caden Michael Colvis, Red Activity Cord. Faith Marie Cortis. Mac Henry Laird, Red Activity Cord, Avid. Lakota Hunt Lang, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Peyton Jarris Laws Ninneman, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College, National Honor Society. Olivia Marcy Lay. Ethan Cole Likes Guerrero. Nathaniel Seth Lindgren, enlisted United States Air Force. Jaden Shane Lopez, Red Activity Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College. David Lopez, Gold Honor Cord, National Honor Society. Oscar Lopez, Gold Honor Cord. Gibeli Lopez Benicio, Gold Honor Cord, Avid. William Leon Luxak. Anastasia Kida Mandeville. Marissa Marcial. Trey Braden Ian Marriott, Red Activity Cord, enlisted United States Marines. Casey Joanne Massey. Mallory Tyra McClure, AA degree, Big Bend Community College. Ravinder Singh Kayla McConnell, Red Activity Cord. Elise Michelle McGuire, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Alexander James McLean. Lily Ann McMullen, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Madison Rayanne McNeil. Trey Kenneth McVeigh, Red Activity Cord. Hunter James Mears, Red Activity Cord. Brooklyn Mejia. Jeremiah Elijah Mickelsen. Chloe Danielle Mickelsen, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Nolan David Middleton, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College, National Honor Society. Austin Curtis Miller, Red Activity Cord. Carter Andrew Mills, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Sterling Memphis Monroe. Ethan Jean Montano, Red Activity Cord. Randy Montano, Red Activity Cord. Jace Stone Moore, Red Activity Cord. Tyler Lee Moore, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord. Michael Lloyd Moss, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Malachi Christian Muggus. Tristan Teague Murray, enlisted United States Air Force. Madison Page Myrick, Red Activity Cord. Christian Daniel Nava. Gabriel Valentin Navarro, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Adeline Navarro, AA degree, Big Bend Community College. Blanca Araceli Navarro. Juan Ramon Negrete Ramirez. Riley Stephen Noga, Red Activity Cord. Enlisted United States Navy. Kazuki Nasato, Gold Honor Cord. Brian Francisco Oliveira, Red Activity Cord. Arleth Oliveira. Julianne Marie O'Neill. Matthew William O'Neill. Juan Pablo Ornelas. Osvaldo Vargas Ortega. Madeline Claire Owens, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Evelyn Nadina Pacheco. Destiny Deanne Park. Mariah Jane Parrish, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College, National Honor Society. Alejandro Kevin Palayo, Red Activity Cord, Avid. Emily Renee Peterson, Red Activity Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College. Ethan Wyatt Peterson. Margaret Joy Playstead, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College, National Honor Society. Paxton Jared Prentice, Red Activity Cord. Courtney Michelle Qualls, Red Activity Cord. Emily Victoria Reeve, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Antonio Anastasio Reyes, Avid. Alejandro Nicholas Richardson. Caleb Dean Richland. Tristan J. Lowell Ritchie. Brandon Rodriguez, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord. Adriana Alma Rodriguez. Emily Dana Rodriguez. Corbin Earl Sager, Red Activity Cord. Estevan Reynaldo Sanchez. Lisha Diane Sandoval, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, Avid, National Honor Society. Blaine Allen Schaefer, Red Activity Cord. Emma Marie Schmuck, enlisted United States Army. Gabriel C., Red Activity Cord. Jacqueline Serrano. Cameron Elizabeth Shannon, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College, National Honor Society. Haley Marie Skidmore. Savannah Ryan Skidmore. Kobe Danger Slaybaugh, Red Activity Cord, Avid. Berlin K. Stevens, Gold Honor Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College, National Honor Society. Ethan Don Stewart. Katie Stewart, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Enlisted United States Army. Cassie Rose Stewart, enlisted United States Marines. Ryan Ray Stubbs. Randy Travis Taylor. Matthew Patrick Thomas, Red Activity Cord. Aiden Hunter Thompson. Kira Elizabeth Toro. Kanan Isaiah Trevino Guerrero. Selena Carme Trill. Colby Lewis Toon, Red Activity Cord. Hunter Lewis Irwin. Eduardo Alonso Valerio. Melissa Vallejo, Avid. Tyler John Kent Van Kirk, Red Activity Cord, enlisted United States Army. Jesse Ray Michael Veden. Renee Alonzo Ventura. Araceli Viveros, Gold Honor Cord, Avid. Elizabeth Suzanne Washburn, Gold Honor Cord, AA degree, Big Bend Community College, National Honor Society. Reed Noel Waters, Red Activity Cord. Shayla Marie Whalen, Red Activity Cord. Sarah Jane Whetstone, Gold Honor Cord, Red Activity Cord, National Honor Society. Gage Michael Whitmus. Maximus Christian Wilson. Allison Marion Wright. Ruthann Yanni, Gold Honor Cord, National Honor Society. Shamra Jaylin Zabala. Seniors, please stand. I am proud to announce that these students have met the requirement of the Ephrata School District and the state of Washington to complete their high school educations. You may now change your tassels from left to right. Whatever you decide to do after high school, do it well. Congratulations, class of 2020. Go Tigers.